So I just saw Crawl and it was really good. When I first heard the concept for this movie, I was a little wary because it sounded kinda like one of those asylum-style movies like Sharknado. I mean, it's a movie about alligators in a hurricane. But then I saw the trailer and thought, oh, that actually looks kinda good. It looks way better than it has any right to, oh my god. And so I became very excited for the Hurricane Alligator movie, and then I saw the Hurricane Alligator movie and it was really good. Despite the film not being perfect, it was still a pretty damn good, well-made movie. The acting was all really good, and for the most part everyone fit their characters. The characters were entertaining to watch, and I enjoyed the way they were developed throughout the film. The film was shockingly well shot, all things considered. I wasn't really expecting the best cinematography out of this film, but oh my god, did it ever deliver. Bar a few annoying plot conveniences that detracted from the story was well written and I was never bored. Thanks to the less than 90 minutes runtime, nothing ever felt like it dragged on or overstayed its welcome, but at the same time it never felt rushed. The film was genuinely unnerving and tense. This is another horror film that actually knows how to use jump scares well. The visual effects when it came to the storm were very impressive. The alligators looked pretty good for the most part, but there were definitely at least a couple of moments where they looked computer gamey, especially in the scene where we first see an alligator. The water effects in the movie were also pretty hit or miss. Again, the storm effects all looked pretty great, and there were plenty of moments where the water looked real, and I'm pretty sure they did film in actual water for a lot of the film, but there were quite a few shots where it just did not look real at all. The musical score was good for what it was going for, although it was not exactly one of the best compositions of the year. Easily the scariest scenes in this movie are the ones that use music minimally. I will take a just kind of decent musical score over one that is emotionally manipulative and overbearing. I really loved the production design for the most part, although there were a few parts that just felt inconvenient. Who in their right mind puts holes in their basement wall? The gore effects in the movie were all incredibly well done. Probably one of my favorite aspects of this movie is its scale. This film definitely has a sense of consequence, but it never pretends it's more than what it is. This is a film set in a house, and I guess on the street of that house as well. They could have very easily pulled some dumb garbage and made it like, oh no, now Florida is Gator Town forever. Oh no, that's sad. Oh, we're all scared. It's bad now. Oh no, we gotta save Florida. There are plenty of movies that are like this that pretend to be more important than they are in their stories, and as a result usually wind up so ridiculous that it clashes with their ultra-serious tone. Skyscraper is a film that does not understand its limitations and is kind of terrible as a result. The idea in itself is kind of simple, but they overcomplicate it to all hell to the point where it's kind of unsalvageable. And on top of that, the film's tone is so uber serious that the only enjoyment you can get out of it is ironically. Crawl, however, understands its limitations and works with them. Nothing about the film feels overcomplicated, and despite being a very serious movie, it's also able to have fun with its concept and characters. It's a film that understands tone as well as understanding how to be a good movie. And sure, there is plenty about the film that does not make sense if you want to pick at it for ages. Like, yeah, alligators don't act like that in real life, but this is an alligator hurricane film. If you went into Crawl expecting full realism, then you went into the wrong movie. The only real issue I had with the realism of the movie was that the wind of the hurricane never seemed to affect the characters. There are trees blowing behind you, but your hair is not moving. And before anyone asks why I'm letting the stupidity in this movie slide, but I fixate on it so much in other movies, a good movie is able to distract you from plot issues. I've already discussed this in my Krampus reviews, so I won't go into too much detail here, but if a film's good enough, it can distract you from its issues. And this is one of those movies. I might have some more issues with the film on my second watch. And yes, you heard that right, I'm probably going to give this movie a second watch. This film is not actually out yet in the UK, I only saw it because I went to a members screening, and it gets the same release over here as Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, a film which I'm very much excited for, so I might do a horror double feature at the cinema. All in all, I'd recommend you check this out if you haven't already. Of the horror I've seen, this would probably be in my top 5 for the year. And looking at that list, oh my god, is it a weird fit with those 4 movies. Might have to marathon all 5 of them one day. That would be an interesting series. Anywho, I really like this movie and I think you might like it too, so you should check it out. And I'm giving Crawl an 8 out of 10. That's the end of this video. Like, share, subscribe, I'm bad at outros, and I'll see you whatever I do next.